What's up, Capricorn? So, we got a card pulled from the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck, and then after the description, we'll go into the actual reading. This particular card is psilocybin with the subtext of commune, communing with the sacred, connecting to otherworldly energy, remote viewing, regeneration through union, coming together with the tribe, finding cosmic family. Mesoamerican cultures such as the Olmec, Zapotec, Maya, and Aztec have used psilocybin in rituals for over 10,000 years. The Aztec referred to psilocybin mushrooms as Tianonacatl, meaning flesh of the gods in Nahuatl. They believe the Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent and creator deity, placed the mushrooms on earth as a gift. These sacred vision-inducing mushrooms were and are revered by indigenous peoples as a gateway to the realm of the gods, and as a way to receive deep spiritual insight and inspiration. When Spanish missionaries recorded these practices, they deemed the ceremonies to be devil worship. Maria Sabina, a renowned Maztec curandera, held all-night mushroom veladas ceremonies while in deep trance state to commune with God and heal the sick. She called the mushrooms niños, santos, or holy children. When she was 7 years old, she discovered the magical effect of the mushrooms. She ate them and found herself in a realm with lots of children who talked to her and played with her. Maria would hear a beautiful supernatural voice that would direct her healing and explain the nature of life, and teach her the language she spoke during the veladas. She called herself the interpreter, the one who reads the sacred spiritual language and transcribes it for others. Modern-day research shows that psilocybin produces substantial improvement in anxiety and depression symptoms, increasing a sense of well-being and overall quality of life. Los Niños Santos have come to tell you that you have arrived to your place of power. They are beacons of light on earth and offer psychic healing on a collective level. Los Niños Santos are asking you to tune in and commune with the ancestors and powers that be to further develop your power. Psilocybin floods our body with light codes, loosening the knots we volunteer to protect through the journey of life. Don't resist the profound teachings. Relax into the higher mind as you commune with its loving awareness as you find home within commune. As you find home within commune with others and experiences that support you, connect to nature and extensive community of energies that are lovingly there awaiting your conscious arrival. Commune with the spirits and channel the wisdom provided with sure-footed spontaneity. A few things. While I was reading, I started kind of like tripping over those particular words, and that was interesting. I got the feeling that this could be awkward, like going into a community of people. This could be awkward, and a lot of you some of you may need to really be up for that awkwardness and really skate through and really find ways through it, right? There's going to be a moment of friction when it comes down to communities in general. And so if you know of a community that you would enter but you kind of feel like you'd be a bit awkward, you're gonna have to get over that. I'm sorry, it is gonna have to be some friction. And that is, for instance, in terms of the idea of today, there's a lot of awkward people out there. You won't be the only one. That's usually the case. Okay? And you'd be surprised about just how inspirational it is to see somebody willing to trip up over words and get them out. Be able to get through and really just be able to get through any type of awkwardness that may come out and come about. The idea here of another thing, if you guys are kind of wanting to step into and baby step into more so just being able to talk to other people, a good way to kind of just basically put your toes in, not really go full blast, is just to start go to a park, a public place, and ask someone what time it is. Ask someone you follow what time it is, and do that about 2 or 3 times. And that right there is a good way to kind of start talking to people, and you'd be surprised about what kind of starts to open up there. This idea of commune being a gateway is another thing that came up. This idea of really being a gateway, and in general, you may want to start to simply open up and talk a bit to just our neighbors as humans, right? Whether that be to animals, plant life, trees, lakes, whatever, right? And this sounds awkward, so I mean, probably don't do this in front of people. At least not people who don't really don't talk to spirits, for sure. But when you're kind of off by yourself and you just wanted to just have a conversation with these things and just kind of realize let these things come about. This is something to where you want to start to understand and build the relationship with the world of the unseen, and a lot of the times that's going to require you to really start to open up and start to explore other avenues for really just energetic exchanges, right? So understand there's more to this world than the conventional wisdom that we've kind of been talked about, or that we kind of seen in general, or that we see in society. There's also this idea of there was another point that I wanted to hit before I lost it. This loosening of the knots that we're talking about here, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to really start to loosen the knots that form, because those knots feel protective. They feel protective, and that's the problem, right? You think that you need that protection, and the truth is that a lot of times that for instance, when we're talking about that friction that we may need to really go through in the beginning, we need to understand that this isn't going to be the only way to to live and exist. I mean, you got to start feeling comfortable with other ways of living and existing, and when we start to explore that, we start to essentially access more of our energetic blueprint, right, or our energetic imprint, or what we have more available to our energetic imprint. So don't be dissuaded into really exploring what this means, or exploring the idea of what this could be in terms of coming outside of those comfort zones to do things with other people. Also, the idea of communities in general. Those things have tremendous impact on people. They have tremendous impact to where it's really literally when you get around the right people and you feel that and you know that it's different. It's just a different world in general, right? Especially when you can kind of just talk to them and just have genuine conversations with them, and you've kind of realized that there's somebody that you can have genuine conversations with. It's not something you can't put a number on that, right? You like those things don't just come along. So when you start to go out there and you start to talk and you start to, feel like the friction's coming on a bit, it's okay, right? Worst case scenario, I want you to understand something. The value in you is the fact that not everybody is going to simply say, "Oh, that's my person," right? When it comes down to the guy or the person that is absolutely accepted by any and everybody, they're probably not that interesting. You know what I'm saying? They're probably really hiding themselves. You want to have genuine relationships with people, and start to value that. Start to understand that has very real impact on you as a person. And if anything, I'll end it there. But if anything, just have a good week, and I'll see you next week.